Welcome back to the second annual Filmoholic Awards. Today we're going to be talking about Best Actor and Best Actress. These are for 2020 films, and to kick things off, we're going to be talking about Best Actor in a Leading Role. So, you want to go ahead and give us our nominees, Ethan?
All right. Nominees, we got John David Washington for Malcolm and Marie, Paul Bettany for Uncle Frank, Delroy Lindo for The Five Bloods, Kingsley Ben Adir for One Night in Miami, and Mads Mikkelsen for Another Round.
Now, the first thing I want to say is that none of these people were nominated at the Oscars.
Yeah.
So that goes to show, and honestly, like this is a strong category. I think all of these five are really strong, and they were all snubbed.
Was a lot to be nominated
when it came out.
Yeah.
When The Five Bloods came out, like people were saying he was going to win, which obviously that was way premature. But that movie came out in what, May or March of 20? It was early 2020. So it was way too soon. But then, obviously with how the rest of the year went.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was still going to get nominated.
But. Well, I mean, I think we both think he should. He made it onto our list. That film overall was a 3.5 for me. It was good, but he was definitely the standout. Really strong performance coming from him. Mads Mikkelsen, that was another one too. It was like that film. Once again, I've expressed earlier days this week that how it stayed with me, and I do want to revisit that movie. But the screenplay and his performance were the main standouts for me. Diving into somebody who is going through different things in his life and is trying to shake things up to get back to something that he feels like he's lost in his life, and alcohol gets brought into the situation. It'll be I'm curious to see if they make that American version of Leo, how it'll be different, because Leo is not only one of my favorite actors, but one of the best actors working. So,
it'll get more recognition for sure.
It'll get more recognition, but to have him step in, that's a thing where it's like Mads Mikkelsen was so good in this, and I think he should have got nominated, and he's in our awards. How will DiCaprio make it different than that? I wouldn't imagine that he's just going to step in. It's going to be a direct remake, and he's going to step in and just do the same thing that he did. So that'll be interesting. And I've showed you his dance moves near the end.
Which Leo, that's what everybody's talking about, like break out his dance moves from Wolf of Wall Street for that movie.
Yeah, definitely. John David Washington, thought he was incredible. Definitely somebody who can deliver dialogue just wonderfully. I mean, you saw that already with BlacKkKlansman. Spike Lee, obviously he's very dialogue driven, his films. So he was good in that. I mean, he was good in Tenet, but Tenet wasn't a dialogue, whole screenplay driven film. So this really got to see him shine. He was completely snubbed, like we talked about. Malcolm Marie was completely snubbed in general. You were more on the Kingsley Ben Adir than I was. I think he was good, but
I don't understand. He gave the best performance of the year, and it's just baffling how nobody cared about that performance. I don't understand at all. The Academy they didn't really recognize that movie for one, for how good it was, but that performance just blew me away overall.
And he's another, with Chloe Zhao, she's directing Eternals. He's going to be in Secret Invasion.
Yeah.
So Marvel stacking up their talent there. And then to talk about somebody else in terms of Marvel, Paul Bettany. And I've never disliked Paul Bettany, but this past year has definitely been a standout for him, both with WandaVision and just being a standout for his MCU character and performance in the MCU, I think. But also with Uncle Frank, which was completely ignored.
People watched it, and They're the ones doing the video here.
Like, that movie got marketing for like a day on Amazon, I feel like, when it came out, and then just completely disappeared. Nobody talked about how incredible his performance was. Not just his performance, all of the performances in that movie. Sophia Lillis was great. We've already talked about her. She was in our supporting category.
Even like the lesser important character, like Steve Zahn.
Not bad.
Well, he did a good job. Who was the one you liked?
I can't remember his name now because he didn't make it. He didn't make it in the supporting category, but he was in definitely consideration. Frank's partner in the film.
Judy Greer was in it. I think you said you liked.
Judy Greer is she's an underappreciated actress. Like, she's often typecast as the mom in pretty much everything I think that she's in, whether it be Ant-Man, Jurassic World, Halloween.
She wasn't the mom in 13 and going on 30. So
that was a while ago. So,
yeah.
But she's a good actress. Yeah, I like her. But yeah, this was a strong category. You want to go announce our winner?
The one that we decided to win was Paul Bettany for Uncle Frank.
Yes. Which
was your number one choice and my number two.
Who was? Oh, I already know your number one. Yeah, he is our winner. Just deliver. Like I said, he's always been a good actor, but just took it to a whole another level in this film, bringing out the emotion, showing us something we didn't know he could do. One of the most emotional performances I feel like I've seen this year or for this award season. And then we go to Best Actress in a Leading Role. Our nominees are Vanessa Kirby for Pieces of a Woman, Frances McDormand for Nomadland, Elizabeth Moss for The Invisible Man, Carey Mulligan for Promising Young Woman, and Zendaya for Malcolm and Marie. Who, like we've mentioned, that movie was completely snubbed, so Zendaya was just... They, as far as the Oscars go, they let her come present an award, but they didn't nominate her for anything, which was pretty shitty. And yeah, just I was really blown away with her performance because I've seen her in Spider-Man, which I don't really love those two Spider-Man films. That the second one's better, and they let her act more, I feel like, in that one than the first one. She didn't really get to do much. Euphoria, I'm super excited to watch that now after watching Malcolm Marie and to see her performance. And I think she was in
Greatest Showman.
Yeah, I was going to say the circus movie, but it was The Greatest Showman. So, yeah, she's definitely an incredible actress. I'm excited to see what else she does. Vanessa Kirby, I think I've only seen her in like this and the Hobbs and Shaw.
She was a very small supporting role in About Time.
Okay. So she was good. Elizabeth Moss, I've always been impressed with her, but going to her in The Invisible Man, the Academy in general, and often for award season, they just completely look over horror films.
Yeah.
Because I had The Invisible Man in consideration for a number of categories, but I think it was in my list, personal list, for like two, and it made on this for hours for the actress in leading role. I thought she was really, really good in it.
Yeah.
And that movie came out much earlier, and people may have forgotten about it. But looking at people's long list, if they did consider Elizabeth Moss, they considered her for that Shirley movie, which, man. Yeah, I thought she was really good. Frances McDormand, I mean, she never gives a bad performance. Whether or not how you feel about a particular film that she's in, she's always at her A game in all of these. Carey Mulligan, another actress who I've been a fan of since I think Drive was the first thing that I want to say I saw her in.
I can't remember if Drive or Shame was the first.
I definitely think I saw Drive before I saw Shame, but those both came out in 2011. But you got those. You got Great Gatsby. You got Um, Inside Llewyn Davis are all like earlier films that I saw her in, and she hasn't disappointed me. Even in movies like Great Gatsby, I think she was a good casting choice. The movie just wasn't good. Um, and she finally has like this just breakout um, leading performance this year. I was really happy about that.
Yeah, like I said, Elizabeth Moss just. I don't know. Like maybe she would have been nominated if it came out later in the year, but you still have that horror factor. Um, so I don't know. Because her and Zendaya were the only two different ones that we had. Which who were the other ones of the Academy? Can't remember who their other actual nominees are.
Andrew Day, I'll throw her out that she wasn't nominated. I don't. Well, maybe she was.
But the was yeah.
But that was another really good performance for United States versus Billie Holiday. But yeah, so the winner of Best Actress for the Filmoholic Awards is Carey Mulligan for A Promising Young Woman.
And it was close because I almost put Zendaya in my number one spot.
That was very close for me. I kept going back and forth, and to be fair, I don't know. I will just say it's very close because I think both of us have only seen both of those films once. Or have you seen Promising Young Woman twice?
No, I've only seen each of them once.
So it could change, but they were both incredible. And Promising Young Woman was the later film that I watched.
Yeah.
But both of those, Zendaya, like just her delivering that dialogue and the emotion was really great. The advantage, I feel like Carey Mulligan, the advantage that I gave her was one, she has been doing it long, or I've seen more of her for the number of years. And she had more people to work against within the film and have to bring out that emotion and those different types of scenes, whether it be with the creeps, whether
it was like different emotions because Zendaya really, I don't know, two emotions is kind of
sadness and anger.
Yeah, which I mean, it's an incredible job.
Yeah,
but you definitely got a wider range from Carey Mulligan. Like especially even like the smaller scenes with Alfred Molina, Promising Young Woman, and then the Bo Burnham scene towards the end.
Yeah,
but yeah, is it streaming? It's Redbox. It's not actually streaming anywhere. I don't think.
Which one? Promising Young Woman. It's at Redbox, I believe. I watched it through the Variety screening series that they did.
I'm checking that out again.
So, but it's a good one to check out. I definitely recommend that. But that is our lead actor and actress category. Check back tomorrow. We're going to be talking about Best Picture, and then I'll be finishing up our Filmoholic Awards, the second annual, and then we'll be back next year for an all-new award season. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys next time.